What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Steve Nostosky here of Mason Brew. Here we go. I'm going to be showing off all of the offensive positives against Washington in the 31-10 massacre. Not massacre, 31-10 victory over Washington. Dominant run game. You'll see a lot of that. Real quick, though, I want to give a shout out to all of the members of the channel: Ian McDonald, Noah Schroeder, Dylan Gurick, Alex Fuller, Aaron Bryant, Andrew Decker, GDRCO, Lewis Blake, Don Sean, Sam Lee, Terry Pender, Keno Bear, and Logan Evans. Appreciate all you guys for becoming members. If you're not a member, please consider becoming one for early access, exclusive live streams, things of that nature. Otherwise, like and subscribe to the video. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Beyond that, get into analysis. Lots and lots of plays. I think 14 in this one. So enjoy. I'll catch you on the next one.
Field position. McNamara handed it off. Hassan Haskins got free.
This is counter with what looks like some RPO action. Let's look at kind of the play design here. So the main thing that Cade McNamara, his eyes are going straight towards this guy. Okay, you're going to have this tight end going into the flats. Baldwin's going on a little hook right here. This eyes are going through these two players. So number one and number two. All right, let's move forward here a little bit. You can see the eyes, boom. You can see that linebacker, outside linebacker, is going towards the flat. Okay, you can also see this defensive end is kind of staying home. Okay, what that means, this isn't going to be open because this guy's going to the flats. This guy's staying home. You have 5 players here for 5 blockers. This is a win on a give read. This defensive end is no longer in the play. All right, so let's look at the blocks here. You're going to have a combo block on the front side. Hayes, Keegan, boom. Second level is getting the tackle. Hayes there. You can see boom, he comes off to the linebacker who's flowing. Sorry, wrong linebacker. This linebacker is flowing here. So after this initial double, you're going to have Hayes fall off and pick up this linebacker, okay? Meanwhile, you have Astardis getting the defensive tackle here. Good job getting his head on the inside, getting... You know, he's getting a little bit push here, but he's kind of just a draw right there. And that's all you need from him. Just don't give any ground. Does a good job staying engaged throughout this play. All right, so it's all good. Hayes there getting to the second level. That's a key block on the linebacker. On the pulls here, so you're going to have Zinter as the first puller here coming across. He's going to pick up the first man on the edge of the line right here, crashing this C gap. He's going to pick him up really well. Boom. Caves him in. I like how he turns his body here. That guy's crashing the C gap extremely hard, turns his body to the outside. And then the final one is Stuber, right? Stuber's following behind. He's going to get this linebacker who's flowing to this D gap, picks him up really well, and the rest is just Haskins, right? Haskins makes a good play. Look how deep those safeties are, right? Those safeties are so deep. He's already 10 yards in this play. Really good pickup and just punishing those safeties for being too far back, and it's the right read, and it's a huge pickup.
Limits so many big plays. Julius Irvin back there, and the pass is caught. Back shoulder throw to Cornelius Johnson, still on his feet and
biggest pass play of the night for the Wolverines by a long shot here. For the pressure, only 3 being sent from Washington. 1, 2, 3. Wrong color. You get the gist, though. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Blake Quorum kind of holding out here before he's heading out to the flats. That's what you're getting here. You kind of just have fades on the outside, Cornelius Johnson, Roman Wilson, and then another fade out here from Sanderstill, I believe, and kind of a seam route here from Schoonmaker. So that's kind of what you get looking at pressure here. Nothing really, getting to Cade McNamara. It's a really quick read, quick throw, so no issues here. You can see the eyes for McNamara right off the snap. Where is he looking? He's looking at this deep safety, okay? He realizes, boom, this is the only guy I have to worry about. We're on single press man here, so there's going to be a wide open space down here before the safety can even get there. So that's why right after the snap, he likes that matchup of Cornelius Johnson, your number 1 target now with Ronnie Bell out of the lineup, so that's a really good option there. This was probably called a back shoulder fade from the get-go, just based on the eyes of Cornelius Johnson, what he's looking for. So this makes sense, right? And it's a well-timed pass, well-timed catch. I like the eyes of Cornelius Johnson. He times this up really well, creates, look at all that space that he created just from that little push off at the end. And then I like how he just creates extra space for himself here, cuts back inside. He gets an additional 5-6 yards, really maximizing the amount of yardage he can get there with the dive as well. So again, just well timed, right? Good release off. You can see the arm rip there, his right arm to get to the sideline. He looks back early expecting this throw. That little subtle shove, right, with the right arm, that's going to create additional space. Now the safety is finally getting there, but it's way too late, and number 29 can't really do anything anyway once he does get there. So again, this is just a good play call on 3rd and 15. Recognize the matchup, one-on-one coverage and press man. And just good job maximizing yardage there and good timing throughout. Executed really, really well.
On 3rd down and 6, big hole, and Corum.
Huge pickup for Blake Corum here on split zone. So what is Washington trying to do here? They're flying this safety down. He's going to be D gap responsibility. They're flying this guy inside here for C gap, right? What that means, this guy's cutting inside to the A gap. This guy has B gap responsibility. And this is why you're going to see this defensive tackle go outside here to this B gap and this linebacker fill the A gap, okay? So it's really going to play into what Michigan wants to do really well, because this guy essentially takes himself out of the play. Split zone is wanting to run right here, and Corum's going to cut right off the butt of this. So this plays in really well. This guy is not very aggressive and sets himself up very well for Eric All's kick-out block here. And this guy, as I said, takes out the play. The only guys you'll have coming over are from the backside here in this safety, right? And by that point, it's way too late. So let's watch the blocks here. At the backside, nothing really to report. Stuber could do a better job of getting inside here to block this guy off from flowing this way. You got Zintert blocking well. This guy comes upfield, takes himself out of the play there. So those two guys are, the linebacker does have a chance that I mentioned Stuber could have done a better job on, but it's not terrible. You got double team on the front side here between Keegan and Vistardis here. They did a good job here. I think Keegan's supposed to fall off to get this backside linebacker flowing this way. That never happens, but Corum's a little bit too fast. You can see, boom, good movement on that double team. Really caves that right side of the hole there. And then a good job from Hayes especially. This guy, linebacker's flying down here. He does a good job keeping his head on the outside here and then drives this way. Got to watch his left hand here. Make sure he doesn't get a hold there on the back, you can see. But really helps form the right side of that hole. And then I mentioned you have Eric All coming across the formation. This guy needs to be more aggressive coming upfield. Eric All does a good job getting the block here. That's all he needs to do is just get off the butt there of Hayes, make contact. Good job on head placement as well. Again, 31 out of position because he's playing this D gap, and these guys are just a little bit slow flowing to the play. They could have stopped this around 5 yards. Instead, it's a huge pickup.
Huge hole for Quorum. Goodbye. The one play.
Counter with the center pulling and the tight end coming across here. So you're going to have pull, block, double, and then boom, and good luck to this guy, all right? Safety just gets blasted, all right? So let's watch backside first. Zinter, Stuber do a good job here. Just don't let these guys pass you, right? The play's going this way. They both do a fine job, right? Boom, set that edge. Nothing coming backside. Good body placement, head placement. Those guys aren't coming inside, right? Good job there. Let's look at the double team here between Hayes and Keegan on the front side. Boom, boom. Good job from Hayes, especially on this. Watch this. Good contact from Keegan. Hayes helps displace him a little bit more on route to the second level. Here's Hayes getting to this linebacker is going to be flowing over. Really good speed, good agility to get there after that initial pop. Boom. Gets a really good engagement there, really solid, and stays engaged with that linebacker throughout. All right, so really good job by those 4 offensive linemen. Now let's look at the puller, Vistardis. Vistardis is going to be getting this defensive end who's coming down here, and because he's going the C gap, this guy's responsible for the D gap, so that's why he's going to the outside. So Vistardis, his job is to form the left side of this hole, pick up this guy, and then you'll have a free gap here for your pulling Shoemaker to go, because you have this double team creating the right side of this wall. Vistardis is all about creating the left side of this wall. Good movement, boom. Look at that bend in the hips, boom, just rocks him. Creates that left side. Good job on head placement again. Stays engaged, and that forms the left side of that hole. That gives plenty of room for Shoemaker to be coming across the formation here. You can see good job from Quorum. Quorum does a little stutter step right here. See, right after he gets the handoff, wait, boom. Now you have Shoemaker going right through here. This guy, again, D-gap responsibility. It's too late, and Quorum just dusts him. Bad angle by this safety. You have to think he's thinking about, is this Quorum? Is this Haskins? It's Quorum. He's going to dust you with his 4.4 speed, and he does.
Year in and year out, they're among the very best in not giving up plays of 40 or more. This is a big one. Haskins.
Huge pickup for Haskins here on this arc counter. So main thing we're looking at here, and I don't know if this is an actual read or not. It probably isn't, but McNamara is staring at this guy, all right? This guy's unblocked. He's flying upfield, and you have this exchange here. So I think the eyes here are mainly to try to keep this guy at bay. I don't think the read is actually on. It's debatable, okay? But what that does with this read, this guy's unblocked. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4-5 blockers, right? Winning numbers, you have 1-on-1 on the outside, and this guy's on the moon back there, way outside, okay? So that's kind of the play design. You can see backside defensive end, nothing getting there. So let's look at the actual blocks. Front side here, zone blocking here, boom, boom, and boom. You're bringing 2 pullers here on the outside. So these guys, Vistardis has the toughest job. He has to get all the way out to this guy who's crashing the B gap here. But just don't let anybody through, right? Good job from Vistardis. Sure, he gets blown back a bit, but just don't let anyone leak through. Good job by both Hayes and Keegan doing their job as well, just creating kind of a mess in the middle there, okay? Key blocks here on the pull. You're going to have Zinter coming across here, and this guy is crashing the C gap. This is the second half now. All the other plays are in the first half. C gap has been killing them, right? So this guy's really crashing hard, just tunneling this C gap. Zinter's going to make the adjustment here, say, okay, I'm just going to get around him, right? Get to the outside of him and push him inside. What that does is that allows Stuber to continue on his path to the outside. This linebacker is continuing to scrape down, and Stuber does a really, really nice job, athletic play here from the tackle, keeping his feet here around this arc block and able to get engaged with that linebacker who's flowing down to the play. So really good execution. Zinter recognizing that guy's tunneling arc around him. Good job from Stuber getting out and staying engaged there. Could have done a little bit better job out of Kojo on the outside here, one-on-one. Get his head on the inside right here, right? That would give Haskins a path to the outside. Say he's got one-on-one matchup against a safety. Good tackle, but again, dude was on Mars, and that's a late tackle after, what, 20-yard pickup? So really good play, really well executed. Just the numbers. It makes sense.
Big Ten didn't start playing games until November. Michigan on 2-4. Here's Quorum. Quorum down the sideline.
Just a bananas play by Blake Quorum here, and I'll show you what I mean. If you want one play to show how good Blake Quorum is, this is the play. Okay, let's look. This is kind of like a zone stretch, I believe. So you have Vistardis and who would that be? Would that be Keegan? Stardust and Keegan blocking up the backside, right? Boom, those guys not allowed through. That's their job, right? Blocking this. You're going to have a pulling Zinter, a pulling Stuber coming this way. Have this kick out block there from Schoonmaker. So Schoonmaker does a good job setting that left side of the hole there. Good job there. Zinter and Stuber will be running across some traffic here, right? So what happened on the play side? You have Honigford and Hayes. Honigford has responsibility here. Hayes is getting out to the second level to the linebacker. Honigford's guy, though, you can see inside leverage, right? This guy is free right now. So we're going to have is Zinter is already passing. He's going to continue on, take on this guy, okay? But Stuber has to stop and take this guy on the inside. That's a lost block from Honigford. Stuber is there now. So now I want you to look at all of the manufactured yards that Quorum creates for himself. Okay, right there. You see that jump cut? Boom, right there. Now, what does that do? I'll point out 4 different guys this affects. This affects this guy. He's going to commit, put his head down, go in, thinking this is where Quorum has dedicated himself. Okay, so we'll go there first. Boom, he's not there anymore. All right, so that helps Honigford finish that block, create some space. Notice the head of this defensive end. Right, it's to the outside of Zinter right here to start. Then he's going to duck back inside towards the B gap because of that jump cut. Boom, you see that movement of the defensive end? That's all because of that jump cut. That helps create that hole for Blake Quorum on the outside. And then 2 additional guys at the end of this play, both this linebacker who's free and this safety, they both commit, again, towards the interior based off of that jump cut. So boom, jump cut. There's that linebacker. Now he's on the inside. He's stuck. He can't get out there. And that safety takes in a bad angle to start because of that jump cut as well. So I can't reiterate how special that cut was in general. And looking at it full speed, it's truly crazy. Just boom. Look at that speed. You can't. That's just crazy.
Shift into the pistol. It's Quorum running left. Great work by that offense.
I messed up my notes. Last one was arc arc counter. This one's the zone stretch. I don't know what I was thinking. It's late. Give me a break. Okay. So first thing to notice, and I'll just go through it right away. These safeties are absolutely useless in the end zone. These guys are doing nothing. Okay. I'll just get to the end of the play. Right there, that's their only impact when Blake Corum's already in the end zone. Okay. So they're just giving you free matchups elsewhere. Okay. Looking at the backside, Honigford doesn't really get anywhere. He's just trying to get down the line here. But he's really not consequential. These guys don't do a whole lot. Gonna have a cut block here from Stuber. He does a good job. So backside, everything's looking how you want. Front side, couple tough blocks here. You're gonna have a double here. Zinter, Vistardis, they just want to wash it this way. Try to get this guy caught in the wash, right? Get this linebacker. Hopefully that's Vistardis who can get his outside arm free. He does, and work to that linebacker. Unfortunately for Washington, this linebacker commits behind them. But Vistardis has outside arm free. He's here to seal anything inside. So good job on that double between Vistardis and Zinter. You can see Zinter there getting just enough of that defensive tackle before he's able to make contact with Quorum at the goal line. Okay, looking beyond those two on the front side, similar sort of deal that you have from Hayes and, whoops, switched my wrong tool here. Hayes and Keegan, double right here, outside arm free for Hayes, get to the second level. Good job there. Again, that mobility is just crazy for Hayes. That linebacker tries to duck under to the outside, just not going to work. Good job getting out there for Hayes to force that linebacker to make the decision that he did. He chose the wrong one. And then pretty self-explanatory on the outside. Shoemaker one-on-one here. He's going to the outside D gap. That guy's way out of the play. Good job from, again, Corum setting up the angles here. Notice how his angle right here, initially to the outside, that's what forces this linebacker to commit here. He notices that, and then he has this slate backside cut here. So his initial angle forces that commitment of that linebacker to go outside of Hayes. Boom. Capitalizes on it, and there's your useless safeties at the end of the play. So, good job.
Greasy. Third down and 6. Finally a pass from McNamara. Catch by...
Nice little pitch and catch here for a first down. Pretty simple stuff from a route tree standpoint. Rowan Wilson's coming on a crossing route, a little shallow cross. A.J. Henning going somewhere out to the flat. Might be going up afterwards, hard to say. And then kind of like a seam route, kind of, I don't know, maybe a fly route here from Eric All. Front side, just a little kind of curl, like kind of a flat route, a sit route here for Blake Corum. And then it looks like just a fly route, maybe a fade to the outside for Cornelius Johnson. So moving forward here, that's just kind of what the route tree looks like. As far as pressure goes, only sending 4 pretty basic stuff. A little stunt here from Washington, saying this guy inside, a little loop around here. Defensive ends just coming upfield. It's quick pass, quick read, so nothing too much to note there. Good pocket as Cade McNamara gets that throw off. So what's he reading, right? His eyes are initially on this safety. Boom, what are you doing? Got one-on-one coverage out here. So Cade McNamara's assuming this guy's probably going to cover the deep here. So that means that he's probably going to have this matchup one-on-one between this linebacker and Blake Corum. He likes that matchup, right? So that's probably what the read is. Boom, yes, I have this linebacker. I know Blake Corum's going out here. So this guy actually does a really good job, this cornerback, with his eyes on Cade McNamara. He comes off of Cornelius Johnson here, almost kind of messes this up. Because otherwise, if this guy wasn't here, huge opportunity to the outside, right? If he's actually following Kojo, then you got a ton of room outside. Good recognition from Blake Corum on this pass to cut back inside here. He's got this guy flowing this way. Just good recognition there for Blake Corum to recognize, yep, this is where I need to go to get the first down. Punishes kind of the slow-footedness of 43 and gets that first down. So makes sense based off of the reads. Good recognition from 22, a good cornerback to come down and make this tackle. Otherwise, could have been a bigger gain if he did follow Cornelius Johnson. But good delivery, good job from Blake Corum, and it's first down.
At the Washington 25. Blitz off the corner. McNamara ran right by where the blitzer.
Zone read where McNamara gets planted a little bit, but interesting play here, actual zone read. It's just going to be pretty simple blocking here up front. You got a little slant going on for Washington here. So Stuber one-on-one here, one-on-one, one-on-one, one-on-one here, and then you're going to have Hayes getting to this single linebacker here, one-on-one blocking from Honigford here. Okay, so nothing too complex See, actually do a good job with the slanting, especially on this right side. You can see good job turning their bodies, right? They're all turning their bodies this way, blocking them. They want to slant upfield. You guys go right ahead, right? So that's all a good job there. Key blocks. Honig Ford does actually a good job turning his body on 41 here, trying to slant here. He's going to turn his body, block him out this way. That forms kind of the left side of this hole. They're going to have Hayes working to the second level here. Boom. Good engagement. Again, using that athleticism that he has to really pop that linebacker, get good engagement there. And even though they had a corner blitz on, right, 44 coming off of the edge, Haskins had a lot of open space if it was a give. Now, it was the right read for Cade McNamara to keep in this instance, but he's still alive, right? So he could have potentially had a big gain, but I'm not going to criticize for a quarterback pulling on the right read there. And this is partially because you have Sainer still on the outside here, pointing at this guy saying, hey, this guy's coming, so he's probably yelling, and Cade McNamara's eyes immediately obviously are going to this area, right? You're not necessarily looking at a person, but you're looking at an area. In this case, this is the area, and he is coming up fast, right? So correct read to get out here. Good blocking from Sainer still on the outside, and the only guy that you have to deal with for Cade McNamara, it's kind of funny because I don't know why he's going just this way first, right? If he's cutting up immediately here, you could potentially have a bigger gain, but it looks like he wasn't really planning for this, but lots of green grass. Unfortunately, he does get planted here, and I did throw in at the end, he's got a smile for you because, yep, that happened, buddy. But good read, good execution.
Loves his coaches. Family's in a great place. He had fun with them all summer. I just think he's having the time of.
Really cool play design, about 10-yard pickup here. Looking at the backside, so you're going to have some misdirection here. A.J. Henning coming on the end around here. Schoonmaker going this way. And the main guy I want you to take a look at first is this linebacker. He's going to be thrown off by this action. He's going to tunnel himself here, going with that action. And that frees up one more body that Michigan has to block, right? You see that end around action that completely vacates that play side linebacker into the A gap there. And he's gone. Okay, looking at the actual blocks now, Stuber's getting out here on this defensive tackle. You're going to have Schoonmaker coming just so nothing off the edge backside comes through. They both do a good job there. Stuber, maybe get your head across a little bit better, but backside, no issues there at all. Okay, looking further at the backside, you'd like to see a little bit better job out of Zinter getting to this linebacker. He kind of waits a little bit. You'd like to see him rush out there, get a pop on him instead. That guy does get to the inside and eventually does make the tackle. So that's something Zinter could have done a little bit better job, create a little bit better angle there. Did have that linebacker coming through. But anyway, Vistardis play side now. He's going to work across. You'll notice he's kind of struggling. This is a big boy coming upfield, but just works across. You can see kind of the rip there, kind of a hold on both sides there. Holds him up just enough, though. You can see he doesn't get into the play there, the big nose tackle. So job done, I would say, for Vistardis. And then the most interesting block, I don't know what to call this, but you have Hayes. He's going to initially pop here before he's going to release and get to the second level, to the linebacker. Keegan's going to take over this block on this gentleman, going to replace the block, try to seal him inside, and that's kind of the key here. So it does a good job actually getting over. You'd like to see him stay engaged, Keegan, a little bit. Good job initially from Hayes getting to the second level. Again, just stay engaged with that guy, right? Honig forward on the play side. He does a good job. Safety and cornerback are the only ones really to make a play. If they can block down 43 there, it would have been a much bigger play, though.
During the break, Johnson, I'm going to talk to my team tonight about taunting. Here's Haskins.
Good old power on first and goal here. So pretty simple stuff, okay? You're going to have Zinter pulling. He's going this way. Down block, just a slight, reach block here for Stuber to kind of fill this gap left by this pull. But down block, combo block here before you'll have Honigford try to get to the second level for a linebacker, probably this guy, right? Same thing for a Schoonmaker here. Just get number 5 here is going to be flowing down. And then that's kind of it. That's what you're looking at. So what kind of happens here? Good job backside, right? Nothing really to mention from anything here, right? Good head placement on the inside, Boom, boom. All of this is good, right? No one's getting through. This guy you can leave unblocked. Nothing to really note there, right? They're all doing a good job. Especially good job from Hayes. He really displaces this guy. Honigford able to release really easily to the second level. You'd like Honigford to do a little bit better job once he gets out there, right? He kind of loses his feet a little bit, doesn't get good engagement on that linebacker, but does a good job, good movement here. So what's the issue front side? All right, Schoonmaker doesn't do the best job blocking here. Okay, he's supposed to get his head across. Number 5 shoots this gap and gets his inside arm free, so he's flowing into the backfield here. Okay, what does that mean? Boom, he's there. And now Zinter says, "You're going to die, sir." And just eviscerates him, okay? Zinter realistically is supposed to be coming across here, sealing this edge, okay? And that will give something for Haskins to work with. Instead, Zinter recognizes, hey, this guy is getting into the backfield and just decides to absolutely blow him up. Is it the right move? I mean, he destroys him, right? And it does give your running back a chance in this case, right? That guy might have been able to make a play. Now you give Haskins a chance because this guy is flowing down into the C gap so hard. Then it's just, kind of a one-on-one battle, Boom versus Haskins. And Haskins says, you know what? I have a good stiff arm. I'm going to cut outside. That guy in the C gap is gone, number 3. Here's your one-on-one safety. Eat the stiff arm. And it's a touchdown. So, works out. And it's pretty fun.
Season was embarrassing to anybody that had anything to do with Michigan football.
Haskins again.
Excuse me. Double split zone here. Pretty fun stuff where you got both Roman Wilson coming across and Eric all coming through the hole. So really fun. Let's look at the backside first. I don't know what happened to my voice right there after I was drinking. Anyway, backside, you're going to have Vistardis, who is the Zinter, Stuber, all these guys just blocking one-on-one here with these 3 defensive linemen, outside linebacker. Nothing really to report their backside, right? Sure, they might give a little push, but nothing wrong. And especially with Washington slanting right this way, they're slanting all to their left. It's going to help their case just seal that backside, okay? Helps front side too. Keegan has a 99 here coming across his face right here. That's Keegan's job. Oh, opposite colors, my bad. But just get him coming across his face. This guy is going across Honigford's face. Just get him down. That's going to help form the right side of this hole there. You can see there's Keegan getting his guy. Honigford, good job pushing his guy down the line. And there you have Haskins cutting off the butt of Honigford. So good job on the line. What happens right here, because 99 is vacating right here, 99 going down the line, that's going to free up Hayes to get to the second level on this linebacker. He does a pretty good job overall. Stays engaged throughout the play. There's Hayes, boom, good IDing of who he should go get. Stays on him for a while, only after the first down marker does he eventually make the play. Would like to see him stay engaged longer. Now let's look at the pullers, right? Pretty simple job for Roman Wilson, just getting his way. Don't let him get into the backfield. He does that. Number 6 is not very aggressive there and just gets a body on him, right? And then Eric All's coming up through the whole key block here on this gentleman. And that's the most important block of this play. Good job. Because of the outside threat here of Haskins cutting out, that's why this guy has to respect that. And it's a right cut from Haskins to read that he's going out to that outside D gap kind of, and then cut back inside. So good patience from Haskins there, reading off the block. Good job from Eric All getting there. And it's a nice first down run.
Step up to take the place of Ronnie Bell.
There's Corum with another.
Split zone for the final play here. It is a touchdown. So pretty simple stuff. Looking at the backside. Boom, boom. Got the true freshman Greg Crippen in there for Bastardis, who was cramping up a bit. Keegan here. So these 4 are just getting washed down. They're all working on the outside here. So that helps Michigan on these backside blocks. You can see nothing really gets through. Good job, especially by Keegan, 77 there. Getting good movement there. So nothing to report there. Key block here. Double team between Hayes and Honigford here. Honigford gets a good pop on the defensive end here before getting to this linebacker key block. So probably one of the better plays of Honigford's game right there. But good movement. You can see how it kind of affects the defensive end to the inside of Hayes. And then boom, pops that linebacker. Forms the right side of that gap for Quorum to reach the end zone. Final aspect here, coming across on the motion, Eric All. Would like to see him be a little bit faster here, right? Quorum does have to wait up a bit, but he's responsible for this kick out block that you see. Why can't I switch colors? Anyway, this guy's coming up. This is where the block is. And then Quorum. Final thing to mention here. You're going to notice right there, he's affecting this safety, okay? By him stuttering this one step, that's going to force this safety a little bit to the outside. He has to respect the outside here. But because just a little bit of hesitancy, you can see Corum just kind of messing with that. Where am I going? Boom. And that just creates the extra step that he needs, that extra gap. Because of that hesitancy, that one extra step up by that safety right there. Boom. Now he's too far committed. Corum can plant his left foot, get that acceleration, and dive into the end zone. So good blocks all around, really well executed. Washington kind of played up into it. Again, why are their safeties only affecting the play at the goal line? You tell me. It's already the fourth quarter, and this is what we saw all game. So good job throughout, and really dominating performance.